Ladies and gentlemen, some people like to spend their money on clothes, some people like to spend their money on video games, and some people like to just spend their money on other interests. But last month, I decided to spend my wages on getting another WWE Replica Championship belt. And on the other hand, I got 4 fingers and a thumb. So anyway, I'm gonna quickly go over this one that I have here. Probably do a little review, that's what I'm aiming for. So anyway, if you watch it, thanks for watching, and I hope it's informative and somewhat interesting. Right, yeah, right here I've got another replica WWE Championship belt. It is the undisputed WWE title that they used back in, what was it, the mid-2000s, I believe. Famously worn by Brock Lesnar. He had it most of the time, I believe. This is a version 2. I'll explain what that is when I open it up. So basically, I got this off eBay for about £165. That includes postage. It's second hand, it's not brand new, and I know that. £165 is not bad. It's a little dinged up, but it's fine. But I'll get onto that. Let me just show you the case in here. Obviously, if you're aware, you get a nice protective bag with it. They've changed them. They used to be grey with the WWF logo on the front, but now they're black with the WWE logo. So anyway, enough of the case because that's not interesting. I'm going to open it up. Of course, you've got the zip here. I am going to do a quick camera cut here because I need 2 hands to get out the bag basically, and I can't do that holding the camera with the other hand. So anyway, going to open it up, and just like that, it will be out of the bag. There we are. Right, okay, so this is an official WWE piece, an official piece of WWE merchandise, that's what I meant to say. So, yeah, because you got the WWE property logo here and such. Figures Toy Co. and the holographic, don't know if you can see that, holographic WWE there we go, authenticity logo right there. So this is official. When it was originally bought, on the back you got the bolts for the plates and everything, blah blah blah. You got the 3 screws here for the nameplate on the front, over here the other side, and male straps. Sorry, female straps are on this side because obviously they go in. I'm not going to explain the birds and the bees, blah blah blah. So that's why they call it male and female straps. Snaps. This is terrible. Anyway, yeah, this is simulated leather. I'm sure, I would assume that if you know your replica belts, you've got simulated leather. They don't give you real leather, which I think is a real shame, because if you buy them brand new in America, I think, oh, I don't know, since I'm not in America, I think they're about at least $250 or so, probably more than that. Okay, I'm gonna flip this over and let's have a look at the actual belt. Here we are. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? But upon closer examination, you can see it is pretty dinged up. So yeah, I bought this off eBay for, with postage, £165, which I think was a good deal, because I calculated I was going to try and get a brand new one off Wrestling Superstore, which is based in the US, so to ship it over here, they were talking about $90. So in total it would have cost me brand new for about at least £230 to £250, which is a lot of money. And it's a replica, it's not the real thing. If you don't know belts much, the replicas are not the real thing by any means. They are better than a bloody foam belt or a toy, but they are not the real thing, and I'll explain that if you're new to this field. So anyway, yeah, let's have a close examination. You got a bit I believe it's called JMR tooling, because he's the guy that made most of the real WWF, WWE belts. He still does, I believe. The snaps have got a few dings on them, but I am happy with this because I don't intend to just have it on display. It's not a great piece of art that I wish to cherish for the rest of my life. It's mainly just to mess about with, throw around, so if it's got a few dings on it, I am more than happy to touch it, do whatever. Obviously not have sex with it, because I actually have a few more replica belts. They are practically in mint condition. Even though they are replicas as well, I do feel iffy about touching the plates up like this and get my fingerprints all over it. And it's paid off well because they are pretty much mint condition. Okay, so the reasons why this is not a real belt. Replicas, the plates are only 2mm thick, whereas the real ones are at least 4mm. You can get ultra deluxe ones, but they are not even the real thing, even though they charge you a shitload more than a standard replica. They are 4mm thick, but the actual detail, the indentation, is that of a replica. They're not like the real things. If you have a good look at a real, at a picture of a real belt, you can see the engraving and detail is so much more detailed than a replica or ultra deluxe. So I think that's another shame, because they're getting more money out of you and you're not getting the official product. If you want to get a real belt, they cost a couple of grand at least. That's in dollars and pounds. But okay, I'm just going to pause this. I just want to get a few measurements so I can give you a full rundown of the belt itself. Okay, so this is a adult size replica. From the top of the lever, or fake lever, to the bottom is about 11 inches, and from one end all the way to the other is about 4 foot 8 inches. So it's pretty big. Honestly, when I first got this, I was told version 1 was a lot smaller than this. Version 2 was made bigger just as The Undertaker lost it to The Rock, and then he went on to lose it to Brock Lesnar. Yeah, it was made a lot bigger. I was informed that this will be a lot bigger. My brother told me, you'll probably be shocked at how big it actually is. When I got it, it is bloody huge. I can't believe how big this is. In comparison to a big gold World Heavyweight title, this is huge. It's enormous, basically. Sounds like I'm talking about something else there. But, yeah, so that's the measurements, and you got the 2mm thick plates, which I've mentioned. So let's have a good look at this now. So, like I said, I got this second off of eBay. I have no idea what the hell this is, but it's not shit. I have been brave and smelt it. It's not shite. If it was, he's gotten rid of the smell, whoever I bought it off eBay. Along the fake leather here, you got WWE Champion written all around it. It's on the bottom as well. I thought that's, I don't know if it was actually like that on the real belt, but it looks a bit tacky to me. I would have preferred if it was just some sort of floral design like you got right here, JMR tooling. First plate, you got the 2 fake diamonds. They are fake, they are not real. If they were real, this belt would be worth a whole lot more. You got this thing, I believe it's the McMahon family crest, blah blah blah, screw them. Right, so yeah, if you look closely, from afar it looks good, but you've got a few paint scratches here. And onto the main plate, along the top here as well, above the WWE logo, you've got more paint scratches. So from afar, if you look at that, it looks pretty much perfect, doesn't it? But close up, you can see there are a few problems with it. But like I say, I'm not bothered, I'm just going to fling it around. So it's all good. The nameplate, it came with a blank nameplate. It's got some scratches on it, you can see my flip cam. But yeah, scratch there. I'm planning to get my own nameplate, maybe stone, most likely. Don't want to put my real name on it. One thing I do not get about this, the replica belt, I believe it's the paint right here and here. On the real thing, they were just plain, it was just gold. So, and for some reason on the replicas, they decided to give themselves more work to do and add in paint. So, if you look at a real picture of the real thing, you can see that there. You got the fake diamonds. The bit that really gets me about this is this one right here. I don't know if you can see it. This will focus. No, not really. But I think this one popped out and the previous owner glued it back in, and they made a terrible job of it. It's basically, if you can see, it's a bit white here and here. I believe they got glue on the belt, and that's very disappointing. But like I say, it's no big deal because I'm just going to be messing about with it. So yeah, they informed me that it's missing 2 diamonds, or fake ones. You got one here and one here. You can buy replacement ones off Wrestling Superstore, which I intend to do at some point. Yeah, to replace them along with the nameplate. If anyone has any idea how I could get rid of this glue without removing the actual paint off the belt, I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, the other plates, more paint removed along the top. And again, 2 diamonds here. And finally, you get, now on the new belts, you get the property of WWE plate on it. my original belts that I got, I'm not going to say what they are because I'll probably put a video up about them later on down the line. You never got the property plate. I've subsequently ordered a WWF property plate, sorry, off ajsbelts.com. Very good service. They delivered from the US to the UK within about 2 weeks like they said they would, so that's fantastic. Yeah, so let's talk about the leather now. You can get these re-leathered, they will cost a bit, but if you are that dedicated about your belts, it's worth it. I'm planning to get one of my belts, or maybe two, definitely re-leathered by Paul Martin, who's located in Scotland, I believe. The original belts, the leather was terrible, the simulated leather. It's, apparently they put actual card or so in the leather itself, so it was really stiff. If you put this belt, put the belt, sorry, over your shoulder, it sticks out the back like a bitch, and it looks truly awful. But this one, they have improved it. It's a lot better. Yeah, it's not real leather, but it's a lot more flexible than the other belts I'm talking about. I'll be putting that over my shoulder in a bit so you can have a look at it. But yeah, that's the belt itself. Like I say, it's really huge. I can't believe how big it actually is. As you saw when I was holding it up, it was bigger than my head. And one could say that I have somewhat of a big head. Figuratively maybe, and physically. So yeah, okay, I'll fling this over my shoulder and let's have a look at how it looks if you were flaunting it like a prat. Right, okay, so this is the belt, holding it up. I don't know if you can tell how big it is there, like, it probably covers my whole head there, but yeah, it's so bloody huge. I can't get over how big it actually is. Hopefully this is all in frame. Like I say, it's pretty flexible. A lot of people do this, so you can see there, it's flopping about. Once again, it sounds like I'm talking about something else. And once again, I'm going to go on to talking about something else because, like I say, the other ones were hard. Anyway, I'll put this on. It's not an easy job putting this on because it is so big. So I'm going to do another camera cut, and in a second, hopefully, it'll be around my waist. There we go. Nice camera cut there, eh? So yeah, that's me with the belt on. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and this is pretty big. It's covering my whole abdominal region. I can't even bend over if I wanted to. So yeah, I mean, you probably can't if you've got most belts on, but this one is huge. So give a little whirl here. This is actually on the very last buckle, so it could easily come off if I were to knock the lever here. Yeah, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of space here. So that's it. You can basically tell from that how big this belt is. I'm not a small man by any means, but I'm not huge. But yeah, there you go. So you got the points of the metal sticking out here and that. Apparently on the version 1 they never had black outline, as I examined earlier, and these parts used to break off, so that's why they made it bigger, added the black outline in the version 2. Apparently they made the version 3 as well, but I'm not too sure about that one on details. Yeah, so that's it around my waist. I'll put it over my shoulder now so you can have a look at the flexibility of the simulated leather. That's it over my shoulder, once again, pretty big. If you can see, it goes perfectly over my shoulder. As I say, the original belts, the leather wasn't, or simulated leather, wasn't as good as this. They used to actually stick out like that and you could knock someone out subsequently. So, in terms of that, I am very happy with this because, like I say, I'm just going to fling it around, mess about with it. That's what it's all for, really. If I wanted to put it on display, I would actually save up and get a couple of grand and get a real belt. I am planning to maybe do that in the future when I'm in the big money. But, yeah, so not a bad replica belt, that. Pretty good. Can hold around like a proper champion and so forth. So that's about it, really. You can see the flexibility of the leather there. The old Hulk Hogan from the guitar shite that he used to do. So yeah, that's about it, really. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back again sooner than you know it with another similar review on another belt I bought, because I actually bought 2 with my wages. So that's this belt done. Thanks for watching. I hope it's informative and somewhat interesting. So yeah, stick around. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.